amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Bennet and I am the author of 7 contemporary romance novels and 1 children's picture book. I thought I would do a little bit of a vlog today. It seems like a while since I filmed one of these. I think the last one was probably a few weeks ago when I was away visiting my mum and my sister, and I did some filming on the train. I'm actually hiding out here in the garden today. I wasn't able to get rid of the dogs because I had a snack down here, so they followed me, but I got away from the rest of my family because I am nearly finished reading The House in the Cerulean Sea by J.T. Clun. It is absolutely brilliant. It's so lovely and heartwarming and sweet and clever, and I've only got about 30 pages to go, so I was going to save it to read before going to bed tonight, but it's not going to last me the whole of my reading time, and I'm definitely going to have a little bit of a book hangover after this one, so I didn't think I'd be able to just finish it in bed and then pick up my next book and carry on. So I thought I would come out here. It's actually a really nice day. The sun is coming out and it's kind of, I mean, it's a little bit chilly, but if you sit in the sun, it's warm enough. And I would finish this and then I can take it back to the library as well because I need to go and pick up some books. I will take you with me for that because they are some research books for the book which I am going to be writing for NaNoWriMo. I'm in the middle of Preptober work at the moment and I ordered in a few books and some of them have come in. So I got myself a nice cup of coffee and my lovely Matilda mug. It's so cute. I love my Matilda mug. And I've got a snack because although I've just had lunch, do you ever like finish eating and you just need a little something sweet, just a little something sweet with like a coffee afterwards. So I got this pack of Nature Valley oats and honey granola things. They're okay. I was surprised it was still in date actually because this thing seems to have been in our cupboards for ages and it's pretty broken up. They were right. The problem I have with the Nature Valley ones is why do they have to put 2 of them in a packet? Like, I just want something small. I just want 1. But then you've got 1 left in the open packet. It's annoying. Can't they do ones with just 1 biscuit in? Would that be okay? Or like a pack of biscuits so you can just have 1. You don't have to have them individually wrapped. Is that a possibility? Could they? Nature's Valley, if you're watching, if you could sort that out. Actually, I think the Aldi's ones are better. The Aldi's maple syrup ones are better. They're much yummier. Right, so anyway, enough wittering. I need to finish this and then I'm going to be getting down to the library. So I will see you then. I'm back. I wanted to show you guys some books that I've been reading at the moment and what I picked up from the library. So my library ones today were actually a bit disappointing because I was picking up 4 of them, I think, but only 1 of them ended up being any good. The other ones I just left there. So I should do a bit of a lead up into why I'm getting these books. Right, so my project which I'm going to be working on for NaNoWriMo next month is a contemporary romance and the heroine of it is going to be a ballet dancer. So I really wanted to read some books set in the ballet world so that I knew a bit more about it. And so I went online to our library's website and basically ordered in any books which I could see that they had which might be useful, but the only one that actually is this one. It's by Nora Roberts. Ooh, that really is Reflections, and it's called it's called Reflections. Love is a Dance Made for Two. So I'm hoping that this one will be useful. Although while I was in the library, I also spotted that somebody had just returned the American Roommate Experiment. This is by the author of the Spanish Love Deception, which I really enjoyed. So I was pleased to see that, and I grabbed it, even though my TBR pile is absolutely ridiculous at the moment, but never mind. I didn't actually manage to finish The House on the Cerulean Sea before I went out. There was a bit more than I thought that I had left, and I didn't want to rush the ending, but it is really, really lovely. If you haven't heard about it, it's a fantasy book. I guess it's, I don't know who it's aimed at really. Young adults, maybe. Let me read you the blurb. He expected nothing, but they gave him everything. Linus Baker leads a quiet life. At 40, he has a tiny house with a devious cat and his beloved records for company. And at the department in charge of magical youth, he spent many dull years monitoring their orphanages. Then one day, Linus is summoned by extremely upper management and given a highly classified assignment. He must travel to an orphanage where 6 dangerous children reside, including the Antichrist. There, Linus must somehow determine if he could bring on the end of days. But their guardian, charming and enigmatic Arthur Parnassus, will do anything to protect his wards. As Arthur and Linus grow ever closer, Linus must choose between duty and his dreams. Yeah, it's really, really, really lovely. It's described on the back as like being wrapped up in a big gay blanket, which I think describes it quite well. Really, really nice. And I also just finished a couple of days ago Malibu Rising. I wasn't planning to read this month at all, but again I spotted it in the library, and I quite liked the Taylor Jenkins Reid book, which I read before, Daisy Jones and the Six, so I thought I'd give this a try. I think I preferred it to Daisy Jones. They're perfect holiday reads. They're just so quick and easy to read and very absorbing. You really get carried away in the characters. Although I did feel that this maybe lost it in about the last quarter for me. But yeah, I'd still recommend it. The other book that I picked up from the library as well was The Wild Silence by Raynor Winn. I read The Salt Path, the first of her books, a few months ago. So she and her husband walked the Cornish coastal path together when her husband was really ill. They had no money at all, so they basically camped and yeah, walked along the path for almost for something to do, you know, so that they would have a goal, and it ended up really helping her husband. And so I think in this one they go and walk somewhere else. Oh, it was the Southwest Coast Path, it's called, that they walked, and it was 630 miles. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what they do in this one, but I'm sure, yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading that one, although I don't know when I'm going to get round to it because I've got so much else to read. And then what I'm also reading at the moment, I picked this one up from Amazon, So You Want to Be a Ballet Dancer, and it's by Jennifer Carlin Cronenberg, and I think she was with the Miami City Ballet, and yeah, I saw this recommended on a website if you wanted to learn more about the world of ballet, and it's really good. Yeah, she basically takes you through kind of from when a child would start ballet lessons when they're really young to then what happens when you go on auditions, when you join a company, what life as a ballet dancer is like. So that is really handy research, and I've been underlining and highlighting and putting sticky notes and everything. So yeah, that is what I have been reading, most of it being research for my book. So now I am going to get back to doing a bit more plotting for, what time is it? It's date night tonight. I need to get cooking as well. Oh God, it's like 10 to 5. I think I'll do some plotting for about an hour or so. It's going quite well, but it's still changing around a bit. And then I will catch up with you guys for one kind of last little chat before I log off for the day so that I can enjoy some time with my husband. Okay, I think I'm finished for the day. Oh, my nose looks all red. I've still got a bit of the cold that my boys very kindly gave me. It hasn't been too bad, but you can like really hear it now in my throat. It tends to get worse in the evening. So yay, date night with a cold, yay. A lot of Post-it notes are being used in the process of plotting this book. I'm not actually using the book that I planned to for it, because when I settled down to use the red, it's like an A4 red notebook, which I chose. So I opened it up, all like, oh, new notebook. And I'd written an idea for another book in the front of it, like a couple of years ago, and I'd completely forgotten about this idea, and it was actually quite good. I did consider changing the book I was planning to do for NaNoWriMo, but then I decided to stick with this one. So I couldn't really use that notebook. Well, I could have like cut the pages out of it, but as that idea was good, I probably will use the notebook for that idea. So I thought I'd just use this blue one instead, which is fine. It's got a little flap at the back, which was quite important. I wanted that so that if I've got these pieces of paper, I can pop that in there. I don't have a name for my manuscript yet. I do have a couple of ideas, something like On Centre Stage, or what was the other one that I had? There was another one that was maybe better than that. Something with dance in the title, maybe because of the ballet dancer. If you have any ideas, please pop them down in the comments down below, because I do struggle to come up with titles. Oh, you see, I'm sick. I know I'm still working, but I'm sick. Yeah, so it's coming along okay. You know, I've never prepared a novel like this before. It's coming along okay. This is the usual way that I would prepare before starting to write a novel, kind of, although I probably would be doing more actual writing, probably making more notes, whereas at the moment I'm very much world building, although of course it's set in the modern world, so it's not really world building, but you know what I mean. I'm thinking about where the story's set, about the characters, especially about the fact that the heroine's going to be a dancer, and looking into what that involves in her day-to-day life and the world that she's used to being in, and then she's transported away from that to this little village and away from her dancing, and how she kind of manages that, and then her feelings for this man who is very definitely not from the dancing world, and yeah, how she's going to cope with things. So yeah, it's good fun, but I am definitely nervous about next month. I'm worried also about the amount of other commitments that I'll be able to take on as well. Our two eldest boys are going to be looking at universities over the next couple of months. I'm trying to fit as many of the university open day appointments into October as I can, because they do take all day. Some of them are a couple of hours drive away, and then they have you there for kind of 6 hours showing you around and stuff. So I'm not really going to be able to do that much writing on days like that. So yeah, trying to fit as many in as possible, and they're at the weekends as well, and the boys are quite busy at the weekends. So yeah, just trying to do that so that I don't have that to worry about quite as much. I am lucky in that writing is my only job, but I do have a lot of other commitments around the house. So yeah, we'll just have to see. If I don't do the 50,000 words, I won't be, well, no, I was going to say I won't be upset. I will be a little bit upset, but I won't be too harsh on myself. I definitely won't be too harsh on myself. And it'll still be really good progress. It will have been more than I would have done without attempting to do NaNoWriMo. So it's all good. Right, though, I'm going to go and prepare for date night. Going to go and get some food on, get some nice music going. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Like and comment and boop that notification bell so that YouTube lets you know every time that I have a new video out, and I will catch you in the next one.